Good evening. It is March 21st. We are at 6:30 at night. We are looking at a view of our sun, and you can see we have this lovely, wide, dark coronal hole rotating through, and it is ticked out of Earth facing, so we are expecting impact from that, and it may hit early into Sunday morning, which means we might get it before it clouds up on Saturday night or Saturday into Sunday morning so that we can have that corona hole stream. We do have a massive sunspot right behind that, and it is capable of producing a large sun a flare or CME. It is beta gamma delta. We have the sun flares going away from us on the eastern limb. We have plenty of filaments to talk about on the Earth facing side. And we are beginning to see the solar spots rotating in, and they're all beta class or beta gamma delta, which means they are capable of giving us our big flare potentials. Now, our biggest chance for the flare potential is going to be as this rotates out of the corona hole, rotates out of Earth facing, which will probably give us a KP5, KP4, KP5 coronal hole stream, as if that flare or a fast moving CME were to perk up off as it right behind it and give us a push and give us a scoop shovel event. That may be our big one. And it's going to be all about the timing, because the timing is going to be really fussy. Looking tonight, we are at a KP5. We do have, and it was starting to drop a little bit, potentially could be staying at a KP4, but we do expect to see some auroras right on through midnight, and we do expect to have clear skies in Wisconsin, northern Michigan, and Michigan through midnight. So get out there, get your stuff out there, be sitting there at dusk, and enjoy yourselves tonight. However, for the rest of the week, it's going to be about timing. Thursday night or after midnight, we're going to start clouding up. We've got snow showers Friday. We are going to get a break on Saturday. It's going to start clearing Saturday afternoon. We're going to have partly clear skies on Saturday night that we might be able to see through the clouds. And then Sunday through the daytime hours, it's going to start clouding up, and it's going to be a hit and miss of when these clouds start coming in and giving us snow showers on Sunday night. If they stay off potentially until the wee hours of Sunday morning, then potentially we could see something Sunday night, just depending on the timing and if these are widespread or pocketed. It just depends on how the storm pans out. Then Monday and Tuesday, we have snow showers. And then Wednesday, we are expecting some AM snow showers, and it's going to clear up. And there's going to start a partly cloudy line right through here that we should be able to have a good run if we get any auroras for several days. Taking a look at what we have moving in, we have clearing skies through here, and this is gently moving over into our territory. This is a northern cold front moving down into our polar cold front, dropping down into the U.S. It is going to bring with us some cold and snow. We are impacted and expected through these next two snowstorms to get 3 to 6 inches, and it's just going to be a hit and miss at how this pans out and what hits us and what doesn't, and where it's going to hit the worst. Now, because we are in a pole reversal, the storms are dropping lower into our atmosphere. This means that things are dropping low enough that they go farther south in latitudes. So we've had KP6 storms that have been seen all the way to Texas and Florida last year. So the answer may not be go north. The answer may be go south. If you're somewhere close enough to the clouds that you can get off and under the clouds by going south, if we get a big storm. So you need to look at your cloud cover. Those of you in the US that live in unclouded areas that normally do not see auroras, you need to be aware that auroras do not appear like they do in pretty pictures. This is because our eyes see in black and white at night. We have cones and rods in our eyes, and our rods see at night. And it is a survival mechanism our body has that they see in black and white so they can notice differentials and shadows at night quicker so that they can notice if there's a predator out there going to eat us. That's why we see in black and white at night. So you have to get out a camera or a cell phone, put it on a tripod, set it for 20, 30 seconds, and that sees in full spectrum color, and it is capable of seeing for multiple seconds instead of in split seconds, and that is why you get the pretty bright colored pictures, because it can do what our eyes cannot. So how an aurora will look to you, it may look like a funny arching cloud right down on the bottom of the horizon. It may look like a funny looking shaped cloud that has pillars in it and it's moving in a funny way. Like the pillars, like it has up and down lines in the cloud and they're moving forwards and back. The lines are walking across the cloud. Then you know you've got auroras. You might just notice that cloud is just a little bit odd right on the horizon in the position that it's sitting in. Get a camera out, get a cell phone, take a picture of it, and I'll bet you're going to find it's aurora. That's what you're looking for. They're going to be right down on that northern horizon, real low on the ground, not typically where you'd look to see the clouds. You'd look up to see the clouds. So if you look straight up and it's all clear skies, and you've got something funny colored white or a funny colored greenish white on the horizon, that's not a cloud, it's auroras. Okay. We are at a KP, just under a KP5 right now. We're predicted to not be at a 5 today, but we are at a 5 today. So who knows what's going to happen tonight, because it's expected to peak bigger tonight. Now this could have hit early, which is a potential. This wasn't supposed to hit until about 8 o'clock tonight. And remember, we're at spring ahead time, so that this is UTC time. We subtract 4 hours, which makes, when we say 2100 hours, it's supposed to hit about 4 o'clock. It hit at 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon. So it was way ahead of time. It may or may not be what we were looking for. We may be just ramping up. So we will see. It could go bigger. It could drop off. We'll have to wait and see. Tomorrow night, we're not predicted to have anything, which is fine. We're all going to be getting snow showers tomorrow night. Saturday night, they're not predicting anything. I'm going to say if that coronal hole stream hits us, it may come in early on. It could hit us later on Saturday night. There could be a chance. And I'm putting this in motion again. I'm going to bring this back here. We have a big old CME that came out on the 20th. And it was a 3/4. Let's go back and look at that again. You can see it moving all the way around the horizon. That is going to tickle that coronal hole stream. That's going to combine with it, and that's going to make it bigger. So whatever that coronal hole stream was, look for it to be larger, because this is going to combine with it. So Sunday night may be way, way larger. If you can find a spot off and under the clouds on Sunday night, you may be in luck. This may be a monster, because this is moving all the way around the horizon, or the center circle. It's going to hit Earth. It's going to impact us. That may combine with that coronal hole and give it a good shove. We have had, this would be one of the flares, but we also had a flare today that was a drop away. Which means the data fell away. And that's indicative of something that popped and was pretty significant when data falls away. So there is the potential of something hitting that is fairly large in here. But we've had some couple of good size M-class flares and some wide, long-lasting C-class flares in here. I would say it'll at least bump us up and keep us in the KP2 to 3 range by itself, but we have that corona hole stream coming in. And just looking at, this is the corona hole stream that, or the hole that we're watching, and this is rapidly changing. It is just morphing so quickly. And I'm going to put this over here. And you can just see, as you watch these, watch how that changes. Watch how much blue changes in that, and how they move away. The blue and the red move away from each other. The magnetic pull in that is changing. Now remember, the red is the negative, the blue is the positive, and they're moving. They're not wrapping as tightly, and they're reorganizing. So you want to look for this to grow in a hurry. But also look where it's at. It is it's a day and a half out of Earth facing. In about a day and a half, it's going to be ticking out of Earth facing and right into the strike zone, where it really tends to bubble up and go to town. And then we're going to have 3 or 4 days where that can hit us. And we're going to have 2 of them, 2 sunspots, because we have a beta class storm up here, and we'll have this in the strike zone, followed by 2 more sunspots, followed by 2 more sunspots in the back behind them. So we have lots of activity coming at us. Looking at the forecast here, what they have as a forecast, they are predicting today or tomorrow between 3 and 6. They predicted today as the 24th is going to be a peak storm, and then they kind of predict we're not going to get much more. But they do predict we want to be watching around the 28th, the 29th, the 3rd, the 5th, and then the 9th through the 11th. So you kind of want to earmark those days. They could go a lot bigger than they predict, because we never know what sunspots are going to do. We are still not out of March. I still am looking for that really big storm that we anticipate every month, and we still have another week and a half of March left to go. So we still have a big one waiting. We've never not had a March storm of KP7 or above since 2015. So wait and see. Patience. And again, it's all about the timing because we do have the snowstorm and we want it to hit at just the right timing so it doesn't hit when we're in the middle of a snowstorm. So, everybody get out there tonight. There again is your cloud forecast map so you can get in there and I can see if I can dial this in a little. Whoops. Let me see if I can dial this in a little closer. Whoops. Regionals. See if I can dial this in a little bit better so you can see your areas and see where you're going to cloud up. Ludington, Grand Rapids, that area, you're looking to be cloudy. Traverse City, you're looking good. Charlevoix, you're looking great. You're looking to have a little bit of cloud around Mackinac. Sheboygan is looking to be cloudy. The Thumb is looking just absolutely beautiful. If you're in Detroit, that run up to the Thumb is going to be worth it before dark. We're looking at partly clear skies right here along the lakeshore between Barriga and here. You might get something here. We're starting to see wispy clouds through here and you're going to be fighting them. Might get something down here along Wisconsin. It's going to be a fight. You might want to run up into the lower part of Michigan or out there on that peninsula on Wisconsin to get a good clear view. And I'm going to leave you with that. Everybody have fun. Enjoy. I will give you any updates. If it looks like something's going to be good, I'm going to stay quiet. If it's something doesn't look like it's really going to be good. And we're going to wait and be patient. You know, life doesn't disappoint. We just got to be patient. It'll come. It'll happen. It's just about the timing. So, talk to you soon.